Hi everyone, and welcome to your Mermaid Guide energy reading for November. Now, November is the time I'm doing it, but the messages are timeless, so anytime you are seeing this video. We have 3 piles to choose from. Pile 1 will be this ivory jade, black obsidian, and yellow turquoise bracelet. Pile 2 will be this green aventurine, lotus jasper, black obsidian, and green goldstone bracelet. And pile 3 is this cherry blossom jasper, gray agate, howlite, and pink zebra jasper. So whatever bracelet or pile number calls to you is the pile you should go to. If you have more than one calling to you, by all means watch both. I would really appreciate that. And also, I am open for personal readings. You can go to the link in the description box for my website. That is where you will find readings for tarot and oracle, mediumship, and astrology. Okay, I will see you in your pile. Hi to those of you who chose pile 1 and this bracelet, which has ivory jade, black obsidian, and yellow turquoise in it. And just so you know, I actually make these bracelets as well. You can actually contact me through my website, which is, there's a link in the description box for my website if you're interested in any of these bracelets. So I'm just going to put this to the side. Okay, and what we're going to do, we have tarot and oracle here. We're going to have live oracle and tarot at the end. These could be energies coming in and around you, situations coming in and around you, or just energy or situations that might trigger you into going, oh, geez, you know what? I need to work on this, or, oh, I have some advice regarding this. So let's just get right into it. First card out, we have the crane bag. Sacred ocean medicine, clutter, declutter, and choice. Okay, with the Queen of Wands. So what I want to say with the crane bag here and the sacred ocean medicine, it's like the way I understand crane bags to be, it's kind of carrying around everything. I almost want to say like a mini altar. I don't know a lot about it, but I know it's kind of like when I go away, for example, I pack a little bag of crystals, I pack my cards, I pack my tools of the trade, so to speak. So I want to say that's where you carry the important things or things that are important to you, rather, in your little bag. And maybe for some of you, that may be putting a bag of crystals in your purse, right? And just having them on you at all times, or putting them in your car or in different rooms of your home, all right? So for some of you, that may be important. But the other message here that I love is the clutter and declutter. That is what is no longer serving you in your life. People, places, things, okay? So is it on a spiritual, mental, or actual physical where you need to declutter? All right, it's fall. Normally, we always do what we call the spring cleaning, but maybe for some of you, you need to do the fall cleaning. What can be taken out of your home? What can be donated? What can be given away? What can even be sold? Facebook Marketplace, Kijiji, all those places. Maybe you can even make some extra money off of it. So that could be for you. But it is a choice to declutter, to clear, to let go, all right? You can choose to keep those things in, but what I can tell you is when, and how it's going to tie in here to the Queen of Wands, when you are holding on to things that you don't need, literally like physical things, or ways of thinking or ways of being, you are actually blocking yourself for blessings to come in. And maybe if it's up in your head and you're holding on to old ideas, you're actually not going to be able to dig down deep and find out what it is that you're really passionate about. Okay. And with the Queen of Wands, she likes to do things because she's passionate and courageous and she's ambitious and independent and confident. But if you're being weighed down mentally, where you think or believe that you aren't any of those things, you can see how it's holding you back. Okay, I think you kind of get the idea where I'm going with that. There's stuff that's holding you back, and it's the clutter in your life, like I said, mentally, physically, spiritually. All right, let's look at the next card out here. We have resilience. There is no need to rush or push. This is a time to take things as they come. You have the determination and patience to handle what is happening. And with that, we have justice. So what area is it in your life, pile one, where you need to be more resilient? Is it maybe when it comes back here, you know that you need a bounce back, a comeback, and do you have the resilience to do it, right? To stick with it. But what I love is whenever we're doing this, and I say this anyway, but I love that this card has come out from Spirit to say there's no need to rush or push things ever, right? You do it, you take time, you do things in your own time, you do things as they come. You have to be patient when handling big situations in your life, because we already know this is of no surprise to you, right? We know what it's like when something happens. We become reactive. We start reacting, and the next thing you know, we're in a lot of cases, or a lot of times it kind of gets bigger and bigger and blows out of proportion, right? So they want you to just take your time. So whatever situation that you are dealing with, handling right now in your life, and it can be anywhere from personal to work, family, friends, whatever it is, this is a time for you to be resilient, okay? This is a time for you to be patient. This is a time to let the situation unfold as it needs to without trying to push or control it. Okay, so whatever that may be, you may be going through it now. It may come up for you later, but there is a need, because when you allow it to just unfold naturally, that is where you will find the justice, the balance, okay? When you allow things to unfold naturally, that is where you have the true, I want to say, sense of consequence. So every choice you make, and we have choice back here, there is a consequence, right? I don't call this karma at all. This is, you make a choice, there's a consequence to your choice. So if you start making choices willy-nilly, all wound up, caught up in the passion, the action, the negativity, the drama of it all, then you're going to have consequences that are probably going to end up in that kind of energy. Whereas if you are patient, and it doesn't mean you're not determined. It doesn't mean you're not resilient. It doesn't mean that you don't know what you're doing. You just need to do it with patience, slow and steady. And I love that with the turtle, because isn't it slow and steady that wins the race, right? Even with the sea turtle. Okay. Ooh, mystery. Ooh, I like that. Okay, we have mystery with the Five of Pentacles. Oh, so for some of you, I can see how this might, it might be a mystery as to what it is that you have all packed up and stored away somewhere that you need to declutter, okay? You may actually find some useful things that you forgot you had that could actually be of help to you now. So I want to say that for some of you. It also may feel, because with the Five of Pentacles, that is usually a feeling of loss or lack, or what's the point? Fives generally tend to be in the tarot where there's some sort of, like maybe here with the Five of Pentacles, the feeling of instability. Okay. What I want to say is that for some of you, whatever it is that you have packed away, I'm going to say in your home, wherever it is that you live, in a storage unit, whatever it is, I feel like it's going to almost, well, it's going to be a mystery, but what is coming through, it's going to be like you're going to discover something that you can use that's going to take away that feeling of lack in some way. And for some of you, what keeps popping into my mind right now is that pawn, oh, you know, they're in Las Vegas, and it's like it was, I think he's passed, but the grandfather, then there's the son, the main man who owns it, and then his son, and a guy named Chumley at one time used to work there. Rick is his name, maybe. The Pawn Stars, I don't know what it's called, but it's almost like that. Are you going to find something that's going to help you, maybe monetarily, or just in general, it's really going to raise your spirits up in some way? Because I feel like it's something that you've forgotten about, that you're unaware of. So that may come about for some of you. Next, we have the Hooper. The one principle that runs through the universe flows in the waves of the sea. Oh, that's so interesting. But it's a 6. Is this somehow going to bring harmony? If you're able to go, tied in here with this reading, if you're able to go and move, ebb and flow like the tides in the ocean, right? Every day it goes out, every day it comes in. And it's, but like clockwork, basically, right? Out and in. And that's kind of the universe as well. Every day we can have stuff coming in from God's source universe. We can be putting it back out. Okay, let's see here with what card. Page of Cups. Ebb and flow, water. Cups, water. Okay, so it's your emotion, it's your intuition, your creativity. It's like emotion in, emotion out. I want to say it's tying in here to this feeling of lack when you get decluttering, right? It's maybe emotion going out, but because of that, it's going to allow you to bring new emotion, new things, new creativity back into your life in some way. And with that Page of Cups, it is creative opportunities. It's possibility. It's being curious. But like I said right back here at the beginning, if you're too cluttered in all areas of your life, mental clutter, physical clutter, whatever it is, it doesn't allow for that open space, even if we don't see the space, but in some cases we do, to bring in what actually would be best for you and serve you in the long run. Okay, so let's just pull some tarot on this for further clarification, confirmation, advice, guidance. But yeah, just, you know what? This is the one. I feel like with this whole decluttering, it's going to be like a new, I don't know, like a new beginning, or it's going to feel fresh and new. Well, you know what it's like when you even just clean your house and pick up in general, how much better you feel, or your car, or in the office when you actually clean up your desk and file away the paper that's been sitting there in a pile for a month or a week or two. You know how that feels? It just feels good. It feels like a fresh start. We have 6 of Pentacles. What I love about the 6 of Pentacles here, it makes me feel like, yeah, when you clear that space, this is what the message really is, it allows you to bring more in that creativity. For some of you, it could actually be about money, where then you're going to allow space for that abundance in money or whatever it may be to come into your life. So much so that you're going to have enough to then share back out with others. That's really great. Okay. 7 of Cups. Choices. Oh, wow, you guys. I just, you know what, how it's really all fitting in together. It's choices in your life. We every day have choices to make, and the cups are filled with different choices. I always like to say some of them good, some of them not so good, some of them great. So what choices do you need to make, which is going to make your life great? Not kind of great, not just okay. But what choices can you make? What wisdom can you pull on? How can you nurture yourself to make the best choices possible for you and your family, for you and your spouse, however it works, you and your workmates? And then we have the Ace of Pentacles. You guys see, we're coming back in here with, this is a new beginning. Aces are always new beginnings, but with the Pentacles, it could be a new financial beginning, right? This is like a treasure chest here. Or maybe it's a new beginning to plant your financial seeds, to start allowing that to grow. When I said you're going to maybe find something mysterious down here. It's going to be different for each of you, but for some of you, it literally could be money, and you may say, that was money, or something that you can sell, or however you do it, like selling things off, like I said, and you start investing that money, and it's growth potential for you, right? For your future. So, or if you leave behind some negative ways of thinking, you may actually start developing some new skills, because it can also be that. So beautiful message here. Let me get a couple of other oracles, and then we'll finish this up, pile one. Let's get one here from this oracle deck, and then we'll do the Sea Melodies, my Little Mermaid deck, and we'll call it a day. Okay, balance. This card fell out. May you find equilibrium in motion. And we're talking about justice here. By doing things slow and steady, that's where you're going to find the balance. I think if you try to rush this, it could make things, for lack of a better word, a little chaotic. Whatever that energy that, or people, situations that will be coming in and around you. And the great thing... and the great thing about it is this is also can be like a heads up. If this starts to happen, you know what to do. Breathe. Break from beneath the water's surface and soar up beyond the turquoise sea. One, I want to say for some of you, right, it's coming out of this feeling of lack where you break the surface finally and you're able to breathe, maybe for the first time in a long time. For others of you, I want to say it's part of this balance and this slow and steady. Don't be reactive and just rushing in, like a house of, like a house of fire, whatever. Breathe. Take your time. So pile one, I hope that you enjoyed this. If you do, please throw me that thumbs up. As I've been saying in my videos of late, this isn't like Facebook. You know what? This is anonymous. If you want to stay anonymous, that is wonderful and perfectly fine. I'm just happy you're here hearing the messages. You can give me that like. I have no idea who you are because it does not give me your username when you do that. And even with subscribing, I think it's only if you have like a public channel that I would even see who you are if you subscribe. The only time I'm ever going to know who you are is if you leave a comment and I see your username. But if you have a username that, isn't part of your first or last name or a childhood nickname, I'm not going to know who you are, more than likely. So remember that. If you know someone maybe that's in a situation that needs to hear these messages, please forward it to them. And regular viewers, hi, thank you for being here as always. And if you're new, please subscribe and hit that notification bell so that you'll know when I put out new videos. I love using theme decks, and I love the messages that come out through, in this case, Mermaid Energy, because we're using the Mermaid decks. They were the team lead for this reading, working with other spirit guides and God Source Universe. So enjoy the rest of your November, and I will see you in the next reading, pile one. Hi to those of you who chose pile two. or this bracelet of green aventurine, black obsidian, lotus jasper, and green goldstone. This is going to be your November reading, okay, from the mermaids. They are the team leads on this one, along with your other spirit guides and God Source Universe. We are going to have tarot and oracle, and then live tarot and oracle at the end. This could be energy coming in around you from the time you hear this reading. It could be happening to you now, or it is going to happen. All right, let's get started. We have endurance. Keep going. With the Seven of Pentacles, wow. Okay, this is perfect. Keep going. And let me just see this. I think, oh, sometimes I need my little light. It's a dull day out there today. It's a dull fall day, which doesn't give me, okay, and that is a 7-2. How synchronistic is that? So we have a 7 coming out, okay? Keep going with the 7 of Pentacles here, which I want to say, if this could be related to a tarot card, it would be the 7 of Pentacles, which is don't give up. You've planted these seeds. You've spent your time working on it. Okay. These are your wishes, your dreams, whatever it is, your education. It can literally be anything that you've been working on in your life. Okay. Anything you've been working on in your life, you have been nurturing, watering, watching them grow. Don't give up now. You're almost, next is hard work. And after that is, hey, you've been successful. Things are starting to come to fruition. And the next thing you know, you're at the 10 and you have everything that you've wanted out of this. So do not give up now. So whatever it is that you are working on, doing, big project, little project, home renovation, something at work, something to do with your kids, your family, whatever, keep on going. Even if you're starting to feel tired, even if you're starting to feel like, I'm not seeing anything come of this, it's going to come, okay? This is your message from them saying, keep up. Now is the time where endurance kicks in. Think of those marathon, any type of, I'm thinking of the Olympics, right? It's that last few laps, that last few 100 meters, last few miles, last few strokes when they're doing the rowing, whatever. Don't give up now. You're that close. If it's a 7 out of 10. So you're at number 7 right now. You've just got to go through 8, 9, 10. Okay. And even if you have people telling you, do not listen. You trust this, okay? Trust what you're hearing right now. Leaping through the air. Maybe that's it. I think this is so cute. It's dolphins with wings on, okay? Leaping through the air. A plan you have made is on track. If you are waiting for something, get to work and stop putting off ideas or projects you are considering. So for some of you, this may be get started, okay? This is get started. Now is the time. For others of you, it's tying right into here, which is, your plan's on track. Just keep working, get back to work. Don't start putting it off. Now is not the time. You are so close. Okay. I love that. Oh, wow. This is pretty good. Now with it, I just love that this is tying in. Maybe you have not felt. Okay, so let's talk in two ways here. If you're the group of people that have been thinking about something, you have a plan, an idea about something, and you want to get it started, you want to get it off the ground, get doing it. And I feel for some of you that maybe, there's been some sort of setback, okay? There's been some sort of setback, and maybe that caused you to give up on it for a short period of time, or maybe that caused you to just put it on hold. Well, now they're saying whatever it was that held you back, that was causing a bit of discomfort here in some way, now's the time, okay? Be like the dolphin with the, well, I think it's a dolphin. I could be wrong. It could be a different type of animal. But anyway, now is the time to do it, all right? And if you're in this stage, then, or any stage up to 7, I want to say, just keep going, because this, whatever it is that you're doing is good. You're on the right path. You've got the right idea. Just keep going. Oh, I love this message. Feelings. And with feelings, we have the Queen of Swords. Okay, love it. I feel that this can tie into both or all 3 things that we've talked about. If you are, okay, let's talk about the Queen of Swords first. She is hardworking. All of the queens and kings are. They didn't get to where they were by not being hardworking, okay? By not having great ideas and then being able to communicate them or make them a reality out into the world, okay? It's really having clear thought, as in clarity of what it is you're doing, where it is you want to go. How does it make you feel? I think that's where I want to come into it. You've got this, or they want you, at least, if you don't already have this Queen of Swords energy where you are really putting your words, your thoughts, your dreams, whatever it is, into action, okay? She's a leader in her own right, independent and a leader. But what I want you to go back and think about, what they're saying here is, make sure that you are feeling it. Don't let, because sometimes that when we get up in our thought, you know, it can turn to ego. Make sure that you are feeling it on an emotional level as well. That you have your heart and your mind ruling together here. That it isn't just all about ego and drive, that you're doing this for a purpose, for a reason, that your emotions are attached to it, because that's where you're going to find the true success, when it is truly something that grabs you at, I want to say, the heart level, right, in the emotions, okay, where your creativity is. Like, don't let the ego shut down the creativity, maybe would be a good way to say it for some of you, where it started as a really creative endeavor, and then maybe in some cases that mind took over and just started, you know, how can I say it? They just started getting a little too, I don't know, maybe assertive or a little too overbearing, and kind of snuffed out the emotional creative part of it. All right. So just be aware of that pile too. Next, we have the Great Sea Serpent. Enthusiasm helps you to achieve the impossible. Well, is this not just what we're talking about really though in all of these cards? 1, enthusiasm, that's an emotion. So being emotionally attached to it, being able to put that creativity, that joy, that enthusiasm, to have that backing, all of this very clear brain power, I want to say. And this here is, oh, the Emperor. Well, there we go. This is the emotions. And again, great leadership, right? Great leadership is going to help you succeed in this too. Even if it's you are your own leader, but you're leading in a balanced way. With the Emperor, he's balanced. He's the King of Kings. I love talking about him this way. He has all the wisdom. He has a calm disposition at times. He can be emotionally balanced and diplomatic at times. Sometimes he's really inspirational and passionate and has big ideas and visions and wants to go after them. Sometimes he just is head to the grindstone, or nose to the grindstone, whatever that saying is. He really is the leader. He's disciplined. He's working hard for what it was for what it is that he wants to achieve. And he's also the really smart intellectual guy with mental clarity for days. So you can see here, he is a combination of all of the kings. And I'm even going to say queens, although that would be the empress. But, you know what? Energy is energy. And I really feel like you need, maybe for some of you, what was holding you back up here was the emotion. This is cups. It's emotions, right? And maybe you were too much in your feelings. It can go both ways. You can be too much in your feelings or too much in your head. These cards down here are calling for the balance to keep going and pushing through. And these are the cards up here telling you you're on the right track. Keep pushing through. Love the message pile too. Whatever it is that you're doing, if you feel that you want to share it, please do. You never know what other insight and wisdom could even come from other people, right? And for some of you, it's meant to be kept private. So let's go. Let's get 3 tarot for further clarification, confirmation, maybe just further advice or guidance. 7 of Swords. It's okay. Don't worry. What is meant for you is not going to leave you. Some of you may feel, and like, it's funny that I just said, if you want to share, do. If you don't want to keep it private, then you do that too. Don't be afraid either way that by sharing, maybe by bringing other people in to help you with this, however it may work, that anything's going to be stolen from you. And that's what I think of with the 7 of Swords, right? He kind of runs away with all the swords, but a couple. He leaves them a couple, but he takes the rest. Don't worry that someone's going to come in and swoop in and take what's yours. Also, don't try to, for some of you, like I said, you may need to bring people in. Be able to work with them, to explain to them what needs to be done. Don't try to keep it all to yourself out of fear. 4 of Pentacles, again, right here. Okay, this is a message for someone. Don't hold on too tightly. Okay, don't hold on too tightly. You know what you're doing. You know if you do or don't need help here. But the important thing is you have to have trust and faith in those that if you have called people in to help you, to have trust and faith in them. Don't try to hold everything so tight. Be able to delegate to others without fear that they're going to steal or take something from you. Okay? I would say that would be intuition maybe when you're bringing them in. And then we have Page of Wands. Yeah, don't let go of the fiery passion. Pages are young and they are inspired and full of great ideas. They love to discover new things. They know that deep down there is limitless possibilities and potential out there, but also within yourself. So take on that young Page of Wands energy. Okay, I mean, we have the Emperor here, so we know that. We have the Queen for the clarity. This is kind of digging into that passion that, hey, I can do anything, right? I'm not going to be held back or let myself be held back. It's the creativity part of it, right? It's that creativity, that inspiration, the ideas, how important it is to have that along with everything else. Let's get one Oracle card here, and then we'll have one more after this, and then we'll wrap it up, pile 2. Begin. Well, remember up here, if it's time to get started, it's time to get started. May you start as if you have already begun. Oh, that I'm touching my heart. That's beautiful. May you start as if you have already begun. And look, it's like the pathway leading to the ocean, leading to the water, which is just creativity and all the emotions and feeling tied in with it and intuition. And maybe when you're bringing these people in, you're going to bring them in based on your intuition. You're just going to know who you need around you. Ask the mermaids to help with that. This is very, I mean, they're water They're water beings, right? They're all about the emotions, the intuition, the intimacy. If maybe you've never dealt with mermaid energy before, it's no different than any other spirit guide or angel energy. Okay, maybe you just would feel better going to God, source, universe. However it resonates with you and who you need to go to, then that's who you go to for help, okay? To ask for help. They can't help you if you don't ask. You have to ask. So let's get one last card here, pile 2. I just feel like this is really something great. Opportunity. What did we just say about the young page? She knows there's limitless possibilities and potential out there. You will prove yourself and discover if you brave the rough seas. And even look up here with endurance. It is a little bit wavy, isn't it? They're underneath the surface, but on top it's a little bit wavy. It's a little rough. If you are able to brave it, if you endure it, if you're able to keep going, you will get what it is that you need. You will discover, you'll prove to yourself that you're capable of doing this. So whatever this is in your life, and I mean it can be anything, it's a beautiful way to approach it. So if you like this, please hit that thumbs up. I've been saying in each pile in my last few readings, and we'll continue for a few more readings. This isn't like Facebook. I can't see your username. So it really is important to hit that thumbs up button for me, that like button, to show YouTube algorithm that not only are you watching, but you're enjoying it. Even if it's just the cards you enjoy, right? Because every message won't be for you. But if you enjoy the cards, the way I read, spending a little time with me here and there, then please hit that thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. If you know someone who maybe they're in this state right now, okay? Or maybe they're in this state right now. Give them this message to push them through. Let them know it's time to begin like you already begun. Please be the conduit to do that. I'm the conduit who brought through the message from Spirit and the mermaid guides here. You can be the conduit to take it on further. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. Please subscribe and hit that notification button. And my regular viewers, hello. Thank you for being here with me, and I will see you in your next reading. Hi to those of you who chose pile 3 or this bracelet with the cherry blossom jasper, pink zebra jasper, gray agate, and howlite. I also sell these bracelets, so if you want to contact me to find out how to get one, you will find a contact information for me on my website, and there's a link in the description box. You'll also see there all the different types of readings that I do too on my website. But I'm just going to set this aside, and let's get right into this reading from the Mermaid Spirit Guides, okay? Working with all your other spirit guides, angels, and God Source Universe. We're going to do live tarot and oracle at the end, as well as tarot and oracle here. You may find that one or all messages or energies may come in and around you, or situations that may come in and around you trigger you in some way. Consider this to be advice, maybe even prediction. We're not sure until it happens, right? So anytime after you've seen this reading, receptivity. Allow yourself to receive. Allow yourself to give. I like that. With the 3 of Pentacles. And I love that too, because if we think of the 3 of Pentacles here, what we're really seeing is, I feel, someone who is good at what they do. And because of that, he may have here, like depicted on this card, people who come to him and go, it almost reminds me a little bit of the Hierophant card, the teacher and the student, okay? Because he's still learning as he does. It reminds me of even reading tarot cards, right? I learned something new. You can never know everything about tarot, all right? And your intuition, you use it along with it, absolutely. And you are the teacher and the student, so I'm always learning, and I hope that by me doing this, it's you learning something, right? And then you can help others and teach them. I don't know. Think of it that way. But here we have two people coming in. So maybe they're just asking for his advice. Maybe they're here with him because they are overseeing it and they are giving advice to him. But being receptive is also about opening yourself up so that you can connect directly with God, or however you think of it, source, universe, okay? The divine. Maybe you like to connect directly with your angels or with your ancestors or your other spirit guides, whom the mermaids are part of, okay? So my point is, receptivity is allowing yourself to open up to receive, okay? And it's just like, and if you say this is religious for you, like from a religious foundation or background, it's, praying to God and then waiting to hear or to wait for insight to come back, right? It's all the same type of thing. But I also feel that for some of you, I feel this can be many different things. It could you being like the Hierophant, the teacher, and the student. It could mean that you might want to go to someone who would be able to help you in some way, to help you learn something. Maybe there's even, because he's working on something, I feel like this is a trade even. Maybe there is some skill development that you want to do, a course that you want to take. This would be a message saying, it's your time. It's your time to receive that information in, to learn. So if you're thinking about going and doing something, this is a message saying, yes, it's time for you to do that. Oh, and then the next card out we have, and it's a 4, which I'll talk about in a minute. And I believe, let me just see here. I think this is a 3. Yes, communication, right? That would be teaching, learning, okay? But here with this card and what I'm going to call all the little Nemos, we have mutually beneficial ventures. So maybe for some of you, wherever you're going or whomever you're going to, it would be a mutually beneficial for both of you. Kind of like what I said about me reading the cards for you. You may get some messages from spirit that are going to be really beneficial for you. And just because I'm doing this all the time, I'm learning all the time. I'm learning how to stay open and connective intuitively. And I'm also learning about tarot and oracle. Okay, so we can see. It's kind of that sort of idea. Here it says, there is an extraordinary connection at the forefront of your life at this moment. Utilize this relationship to benefit everyone concerned. So is this someone that's in your life right now, pile 2, or pile 3? Or is this someone coming that you haven't met yet, or a situation? Because it can be a person. I'm going to say in some cases, it can also be for some of you, a situation where you're like, oh, ding, 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 this is going to be good for me. And isn't it funny that the 4 of Cups would come out with this? This is where the person is sitting, I want to say here, with 3 full cups, okay? But yet they're not happy with the 3 full cups. It's like they know there's something else that they need. It's the 4th cup. But yet when it's being offered, they're ignoring it. Why is the question. Okay, so for this reading, for what I'm feeling, hearing, going through, coming in right now, why are you ignoring it? Why are you going to ignore what could be mutually beneficial for you, a mutually beneficial venture? Why aren't you going or allowing the person maybe who might be the professional or really smart and someone who has a lot of knowledge about whatever it is that you need or need to know? Why are you ignoring it? Use your intuition here, okay? You've got a blue cloak on, blue, water, cups. I'm just going with that. Use your intuition. And I think if you actually do what's your gut telling you, it would make you turn and accept that. Okay? Go with the flow. Next card out. and the Eight of Pentacles. Wow, you guys. Okay, look. I feel back here with the Three of Pentacles, you were going to someone to learn, to help you. And now here you are at the Eight of Pentacles working really hard on your own. You learned what you needed to learn, and now you are putting in the work to somehow create whatever it is. And it may be with other people, because there's people here. Here they're telling you someone, a person, whatever is going to be stepping in or up to you some way soon. And they want you to go with the flow. Cutting this off here, pretending it doesn't exist, isn't going with the flow. This is going with the flow. Being receptive, allowing the in and then the out is going with the flow. Working hard so that what you've learned, you're bringing it in and you're putting that effort back out into something. And again, this can be personal or at work, however it resonates in your life, but you're putting in the hard work and that's going to flow out. Pile 3, this is, I just feel like we're like a house of fire in this reading. It is so straightforward. Sometimes the messages are just so straightforward. I love it. And I still learned something. We have 31. Oh, I said that. Oh, you guys, look. 31 here and 31 here. What I wanted to say about 31 is building the solid foundation. It is learning what it is, what skill, knowledge, whatever it is that you're going to take that in and use it to build a solid foundation. Maybe in the past, you've never been concerned about the structure or the foundation or the stability of your life, or even focusing inwards in some case and using your intuition. Maybe that was never for you. But now you realize that you need that in your life. This is your message. And what does this card say? Nothing can be done without the proper means. So in other words, I just want to say what I just was talking about. You need the solid foundation. You maybe need the person coming in. You need the teacher. Or even, like I said, just this reminds me of Hierophant so much, this whole reading right here, okay? I don't know, you guys. I just feel like there's something great that can happen, but you need to work with others or go to others in some way. And think of whales and like dolphins. I mean, they travel, isn't it, in pods or how, like they're very family oriented. They are other oriented. Okay. I didn't even pull. Oh my God, you guys, look. The Fool. This is the beginning of a new venture or a new adventure for you. Okay. I'm not going to say anything else. I love this message. I don't know what it is you're doing, planning to do, what you need to do, what you need to train on, but you just need to go with the flow. You need to be open and receptive to people or things, whatever it is. This card dropped out. Oh my God, Ace of Cups. Again, new beginning. Could it be even in love with the Ace of Cups here? Maybe. Maybe for some of you, it is going to be a new beginning in relationship or love. Well, here it is a new beginning in relationship. They're saying there is a new, what was it? Extraordinary connection. That was it. So maybe that's what this Ace of Cups is, right? That person coming in for the new start, new start. Wow. Okay. What a message. Page of Cups. I can't even. The Page of Cups, again, is all about creative opportunities, possibility, being curious. Are you curious enough to go to the person? Are you curious enough to open up to God, source, universe, to spirit, to other people? Are you curious enough to turn your head and see what's offered in this cup? Are you curious enough to go with the flow and not trying to control it? Are you curious enough to take on this new venture or adventure? Oh, wow. They are driving this message home, pile 3. The Four of Cups again. Now we have the mermaid coming into the merman who, for whatever reason, has, I'm going to say, taken on human form here, okay, and has come up and again is sitting there and just not willing to move forward. It's like sitting right here. And in this case, I want to say he's drank what's been in the 3 cups and he just doesn't have the oomph, the passion, the inspiration, whatever it is, the receptivity to be able to open up and realize, or to even turn around and see that someone here is offering him a full cup and wants to maybe even talk to him about coming around in some way. So this is very important message for some of you. And this particular Four of Cups message may really be ringing true for some of you as well. This is a lot of emotional energy here, you guys. Oh, hang on. These, oh my heavens, 3 came out. But we're going to take all of them. Powerful. May you be as potent as the ocean. That's taking your power back. That's what I want to say here. Oh, I love how this card came out. Take your power back. If you're sitting in this energy right now, take your power back. You are powerful. Hope. May the horizon always sustain you. Again, I want to say it's with this just because he's looking so darn sad here. This person looks like they're just purposely ignoring. This guy just looks defeated in some way. And maybe that's how some of you feel. And that's okay. There could be good reason for it. But it's time to move past it now. Hope. Curious. Did I not say that the Page of Cups is curious? If I didn't, I normally do. Curious about different possibilities. What's out there? What creative opportunities are there? And this says, may you open and explore. And it's in the Ace of Cups. I mean, this just, look, pile 3, this is a beautiful reading. I feel for some of you, they're being a little, not harsh. Well, harsh, sure, we can use the word harsh. I don't know if they necessarily like, it's almost like I'm seeing them shrug their shoulders. Like, okay, if you need to say harsh, say harsh. But it's, they want to be firm with you to say, you have the potential here. We've spelled it all out for you. You have this potential. You have the potential and the wherewithal to go and seek out what it is that you need. Don't let yourself sit here in that energy of defeat. Feel like it's this card right here. Voyage. Voyage. Set sail on a new course. All right, there we go. Let's see. We have a new venture. We have the Fool here, which is stepping off the cliff and just going for it here. Voyage, set sail on a new course. Maybe the new course is accepting the cup. Maybe the new course is taking your power back and listening to your mermaid friend. Okay? Whatever it is for you, pile 3, I hope that you enjoyed this message. If you did, please throw me that thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. It helps with my YouTube algorithm. It is anonymous. This is not like Facebook. I do not see who you are. If you want to subscribe, please do that. Again, unless you have an open public profile, I will not see who you are if you subscribe to my channel. But if you want to remain anonymous, you can still do both of those things. The only way I would know you is if you have your username, if you comment, okay? And if you have a username that's like something out there that's not your own name or nickname, then I'm probably still not going to know. And if you're somewhere else in the world, I don't know you. So there, that's what I need to say. So please do. It really does help. And if you know someone who may need to hear this message because they're stuck here right now or here, and they need to go with the flow because you see so much potential in them. Spirit brought this through me. I'm the conduit. You be the conduit to give it to them. Regular people, hello. I hope that this message helped you in some way. And You know, like I said, if you're new, please subscribe, hit that notification bell. I love doing these themed readings. This was mermaids in this case, but again, they're always coming in from God's source universe and everyone who works with the particular decks that I'm using, whether it's animals, mermaids, fairies, dragons. Who else do I have over there? Unicorns, right? It doesn't matter. The messages are the messages. So again, thank you for being here, and I will see you next time.